Dairy products. A production plant for processing dairy products is called a dairy of a dairy factory. Dairy products are generally defined as food products that are produced from milk. They are rich sources of energy. Raw milk for processing generally comes from cows, but occasionally from other mammals such as goats, sheep, and buffaloes. Water is the main constituent of milk, about 90%. Milk of various types, including whole milk, skim milk, buttermilk, yogurt, cheese, like for example Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese, cottage cheese, and ice cream, are dairy products. Of all milk products, yogurt and cheese are the best sources of calcium. The nutritional value about the dairy products are, for example, the function of a food are served specifically through these nutritionally important components, including proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, minerals, vitamins, and water. Cow's milk is the preferred choice for most people. It provides 67 kilocalories and has a protein content of 3.2 grams per milliliters. Milk proteins include casein. Casein is about 80% of the content and weigh about 20% of the content. Whey has a higher nutritional value than the casein. Once fat and casein have been removed from milk, it consists mainly of whey, which contains dissolvable milk salts, milk sugar, and the remainder of the milk proteins. Whey proteins consist of a number of specialized proteins, the most important being beta-lactoglobulin, like 50% of content of whey of lactoglobulin. Milk proteins have a high biological value, but unlike egg proteins, they lack sulfur containing amino acids. The proteins in cow's milk have balanced amino acids profiles and good digestibility, making it the obvious choice when it comes to feeding the family. Casein in cow's milk combines with calcium to form a caseinogen. A higher proportion of calcium and casein in cow's milk makes it more difficult to digest than human milk. Some people cannot drink fresh milk because they are lactose intolerant, but can consume sour milk because it contains less lactose. The nutrient composition of milk makes a time-test liquid that is indispensable for the maintenance of optional nutrition, especially for the young. The major nutrients in milk, aside from protein, include the following: fat. Milk and milk products also contain fat. Cow's milk contains fat that is in the form of glycerides. The fat in the cow's milk is a proper source of essential fatty acids. The fat content of milk varies. Whole milk contains 3.9 grams fat per, per 100 milliliters. Semi-skim milk provides 1.7 grams fat per 100 milliliters, and skim milk provides 0.2 grams fat per 100 milliliters. 1% milk, a blend of skim and semi-skim milk, has recently become available, and it contains 1 gram fat or less per 100 milliliters. Some processing techniques for the milk are the pasteurization, ultra pasteurization, ultra high temperature processing. For pasteurization, to hold milk at 72 Celsius degrees for 15 seconds, or hold milk at 62 Celsius degrees for 30 minutes. The ultrapasteurization process heated to 135 Celsius degrees for 2 or 4 until 4 seconds, and the fast cool down to 4 Celsius degrees. The ultra high temperature processing is between 138 Celsius degrees until 150 Celsius degrees for 2 to 6 seconds, and then fast cool down to 4 degrees. Also, we can remove the milk fat. And for example, in a centrifugate, a portion of the milk fat is removed, reduce fat or less. Fat milk, from which sufficient milk fat has been removed to produce a liquid with 2%, just with 2% of milk fat. The low fat contains just 1% of milk fat, and the non-fat milk no, it not contains fat at all. It must be less than 0.5% of content of fat. The cream of the milk contains at least 18% of the fat. It must be pasteurized or used ultra pasteurized and be maybe homogenized. The, the homogenization is a process in which the fat globules in whole milk are reduced in size and permanently dispersed throughout the liquid. Also, the cream is more viscous than the milk, and it is used to give flavor and body to sauce, soups, and desserts. These dairy products are produced by adding a specific bacterial cultures to them. The bacteria that convert the milk sugar into lactic acid is the lactose, giving these products their bodied and tangy unique flavors. Also, the culture products have been used for centuries to preserve the milk. For example, some dairy products are buttermilk, that refers to the liquid remaining after cream was churned into butter. Today, buttermilk is produced by adding a culture called Streptococcus lactis. Sour cream is produced by adding the same culture to pasteurized, homogenized light cream, and it must have a milk fat content of not less than 18%. Yogurt made from milk, and this product is cultured with Lactobacillus bulgarus and Streptococcus thermophilus. The butter. The butter is the fatty result from agitating of the cream, and it contains at least 18% of milk fat, no more than 16% water, and 2 or 4% of milk solids. It is firm when it's chilled and soft at the room temperature. It melts at 33 Celsius degrees and reaches smoke point at 127 Celsius degrees, unclarified. The salted butter is with 2.5% of salt added. Also, for clarifying butter, we have to proceed to put the butter into a pan, and then just wait for melting. When it's melted, the butter, we hope to that the butter separates in three parts. The first part is like a foam in the upper side of the pan. On the downside of the pan, we have the milk, and the center of this uh, on the center of this partition or splitting, we have the butter. The natural cheese is the next product. It forms like coagulated milk, and it is from mammals' milk proteins. Like I said previously, it's the casein. The casein are coagulated with the addition of an enzyme, usually rennet, which is found in a calf's stomach. As the milk coagulates, it separates into solid curds and liquid whey. After draining of the whey, either the curds are made into fresh cheese, such as ricotta or cottage cheese, or the curds are further processed by cutting, kneading, or cooking. The cheese varieties are fresh cheese, soft-aged cheese, semi-soft, semi-hard cheeses, hard cheeses. On fresh cheese, we have like, for example, here in Colombia, costeño, ricotta, mascarpone, mozzarella. Soft-aged cheese like brie or camembert. In semi-soft and semi-hard cheeses, we have Taleggio, Fontina, Monester, and finally, hard cheeses, Emmental, Manchego, and Parmesan. For the yogurt, Swiss beet yogurt, we heat the milk to 82 Celsius degrees, and then lower the temperature of the milk to between 37 to 43 Celsius degrees. We add yogurt with the live cultures, at least 50 grams per 1000 grams of milk. Seal in a bacon bag or mason jar. Cook a sous vide at 43 Celsius degrees for between 5 to 24 hours and then chill. Okay, in the class we did a different preparation. At first we did some suspiro limeño. The suspiro limeño it's a preparation, a typical preparation from Lima, Peru, and we took a pot, and we took a pot of condensed milk, and then the evaporated milk, the yolks, and the vanilla essence, and we put it into a pot, and with fire and stir well. And then we bring to medium heat, stirring constantly for 20 minutes or until the mixture has thickened. Remove from the heat and let cool. Once the mixture is warm, pour it into a glass dish or individual pots. For the meringue, we mix the sugar and pour in a small pot and boil until the syrup forms and treat it when dropped from a spoon. Beat egg whites to a snow and gently add hot syrup, always beating, and place the meringue on the top of the dish and sprinkle with a cinnamon ground. Then we did some preparations, and like ones of them are, yes, a Flamencuchen. There is like a kind of a simple pizza, and that have a lot of contain of cheese. Then to we have we have been do the we have been do the three milk dessert. Also, do we saw the preparation of a labnet that was a kind of a drained yogurt, and then we do some montaditos with real cheese and toast, bread toast, and the result. And finally, for the conclusion, we can say that in the dairy products are very important the control of temperatures or extrinsic factors that affects the microbiological growing, and for that reason we always have to care about how we storage and how we manipulate this kind of product.